you're not comfortable with someone, doesn't necessarily mean for some components of compatibility, doesn't mean that you can't be with that person. Okay, but some are very, very important. So those are the things that we'll be discussing. So you as a person, what do you think is the most important, and which one do you think you can walk around and tolerate? So if you feel the need to constantly change your partner in some aspects, you might not be compatible in that aspect. Now, these signs of incompatibility does not mean that you are not meant to be. Okay? It doesn't mean that you're not meant to be. It's just to bring to your attention. When you understand, the first step to working towards something is knowing that there's an issue in that area. What can I do about it? So when you have the need to always change your partner, there's always one fight or the other about, oh, this is how you should have done. It's my way or the high road. Do you understand? My way is always the best. Then you might not be compatible in that particular area. So what can you do about it? Are there things you can overlook? Are there things you can walk around? So, and then this is very important. You don't know where they fit into the picture of your future. That's big. And that's alignment of goals, spiritual compatibility. When they talk about all they want to do, you just think, it doesn't fit into what I want for myself. Let's say your partner wants to be, they see themselves in politics, they want to be the next governor of their state. And you're thinking, I don't want that kind of exposure. I don't want that kind of, from the very beginning, that's a sign telling you that, can you live with it? It's not that you're not the person to abandon or just seeing their goal or the purpose of what God has called them to do because you don't feel okay with it from the very beginning. You can't be vulnerable with them. I've mentioned factors that causes vulnerability, people not to be vulnerable. There are things you can walk around. You might need for some you might need counseling, right? But for some you can just identify, right? There's no excitement or desire in that relationship. That is not a good sign. Everything is just blah, no excitement from the very beginning. We're not saying it's not a segment that will carry you to your relationship, right? To your marriage. But it's not every time. In fact, it's not every time that you will feel desire for your husband, even when you get married. Life gets, in fact, they will annoy you sometimes. You say, what's wrong with this one? See his head, So it happens. So it's not a time that you will feel the fire or catch that feeling, So, but there must be some excitement. There must be some physical attraction. And that you constantly and consistently disagree on majority of issues. That's not healthy. That's a sign of incompatibility, right? So, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a big red flag that you have to throw the relationship away. It just means that you need to take a second look at it. It can cause big issues in your relationship. It can lead to huge conflicts. It can lead to irreconcilable, that big word, differences, So here I said married but incompatible. What do I need to do? Because some people are married on this platform, and I'm going to speak to that quickly before I wrap up, basically, to say if you're married